Well, hello everyone. It's me again, Anthony Nelson from Faith 5, and we're doing a little faith bite today again. I'm still in the closet, still dealing with our clothes and the things that we keep inside here. Have you ever had somebody buy you something or give you something, a blouse, a shirt, something, a clothes that it was nice to them, and they gave it to you and expect you to put it on? And you open your wardrobe and you see it there. You wore it once because the person gave it to you, but you really don't want to keep wearing it because it's just not you. I found out that people give you what they like, not what you like. They give you things in which they think will look good on you. But the reality is that what looks good on you through their eyes does not identify with you. And that's why our wardrobe really should be things that we identify with, we believe in, we accept. This is me. There's a story in the Old Testament where two kings went to war, and there was a plot to kill one of the kings. And so what he did was that he took off his clothes, disguised himself, so that they would not find him. But the other king wore his natural clothes. So they thought that one was the one they were planning to take out. But when he opened his mouth and shouted, then they realized that that wasn't the king. Clothes are important. They identify you. That's why you don't see a nurse walking on the street in her operating clothes, or a surgeon. Policemen shouldn't be up and down, really on the road, wearing police clothes when they're really not on the job. You know, people wear the clothes because of who they are and their assignment and the job. And so when somebody gives you clothes and you open your wardrobe and you see something, before you put it on, you really need to honestly say, is this really me? Is this really reflects who I am? Because if you don't, and when somebody expects of you to perform based upon what you're wearing, and you find yourself, this is not really me, you might find yourself in some very serious issue. And so I really want to encourage us today, as you go into your wardrobe, somebody might give you something to wear, but it really isn't you. Sometimes we're wearing something because they gave it to us, but it really wasn't us. I remember the story of David, King David. When David wasn't a king, he was just a young man, and he was in the clothes his father gave him as a minister to Israel and to his brothers. And then when he said, I'm going to go to battle, he said, I will fight Goliath. Well, then the king wanted to take his uniform and gave it to David to wear. And David, with wisdom, understood that when you want to go to war, don't wear somebody else's clothes. Wear the ones assigned to you, the ones that identify you, the ones that you can relate to in the spirit and also in the natural. Because when David saw this huge armor, it really belonged to Saul, not David. So when I go into stores now to buy something, I make sure that I have to identify with the clothes. And someone says to you, well, I bought this for you. Before he says thank you, which you appreciate it, make sure that that really is yours. So you can identify it with it and relate to it. Because so many times our wardrobes are filled with clothes that they were given, but they don't relate to you where you are right now. I pray each of you understand that God has given you the garment of praise. Why? Because you and I need to identify with a spirit of praise and a spirit of worship. It is what reflects the child of God who loves God and realizes God loves you. He has given you the garment of praise for the spirit of heaviness. It's a garment that God the Father has given to you and I as believers. If you put it on and you don't identify with the spirit, therefore you're wearing something that the enemy is going to attack you, and you better have the spirit of praise on you. So be very careful what you wear today. Make sure it's your clothes. Have a great day.